followed by Dr. Konstantin. Pirate made his way to the next coach, the compartment occupied by the murdered man, to occupy. The conductor came and unlocked the door for them with his key, to lock. The man passed inside. Pirate turned inquiringly to his companion. Turn, inquire. How much have been disarranged in this compartment? Nothing have been touched. I was careful not to move the body, to be careful to do something. In my making examination, to make an examination. Key, inquiringly, disarranged examination. Following by Dr. Konstantin, Pirate made his way to the next coach and to the compartment occupied by the murdered man. The conductor came and unlocked the door for them with his key. The two men passed inside. Pirate turned inquiringly to his comparison. How much has been disarranged in this compartment? Nothing has touched. I was careful not to move the body in making my examination. Pirate nodded. He looked around. The first thing that struck his senses was the intense cold. The window was pushed down as far as it would go, then blind drawn up. Brr, observed Pirate. The other smiled appreciatively to appreciate. I did not like to close it. Pirate examined the window carefully, to examine, intense, impressively carefully. Pirate nodded. He looked round him. The first thing that struck the senses was intense cold. The window was pushed down as far as it would go, as the blind was drawn up. Brr. The other smiled appreciatively. I did not like to close it. Pirate examined the window carefully. If you are right, he announced, nobody have left the carriage this way. Possibly the open window was intended to suggest that somebody did, but if this nobody has defeated the murderer's intention, he examined the frame of the window carefully. Taking a small case from pocket, he blew a little pouch over frame and announced defeated intention. You're right, he announced. Nobody left the carriage this way. Possibly the open window was intended to suggest that commonly did it. But if so, the snow was defeated the murderer's intention. He examined the frame of the window carefully. Taking a small case from his pocket, he blew a little pouch over the frame. No fingerprints at all. Well, if I have been fingerprints, they would have told us very little. They would have been those Mr. Ratchet or his valet or conductor. Criminals do not make mistake of that kind nowadays. Fingerprint valet criminal, no fingerprints at all. That means it has been wiped. Well, if there had been fingerprints, they would have told us very little. They would have been those of Mr. Ratchet and his valet or the conductor. Criminals do not make mistakes of that kind nowadays. And that being so, he added cheerful as well, positively in the cold storage here. He suited to the action of word to suit word, and turned his attention to turn something to. For the first time, for the motionless picture, motion a figure lying on the bank, cheerful storage motionless. Репетитор по скайпу, Smart Teacher 190.